What's up, guys? Hany Rambod here, 25-time Olympia winning coach, and I'm here to rate your physique. We're doing another bodybuilding breakdown. We have none other than RAMON DINO in the hot seat. Last time we did Wesley Vissers. You guys gave me some great feedback. Some of you asked to do a couple of different colors as we're doing the breakdown. So on this episode, I'm going to put the things that I really like in green, the things that I think we can improve upon in red. So let's go ahead and let's get started with RAMON DINO. This is from the 2024 Mr. Olympia. This is fourth place, where he came in just a little bit smaller, a little bit watery, but he has been as high as second 2 years prior, as well as the year before. So 2022, 2023, RAMON came in at some of his best looks, and this time a little bit off, but we're going to go ahead and use the last show and let's break it down. All right, we're going to go ahead and start off with the first pose, which is the front double biceps. So again, on the front double bicep, first thing that stands out, not only does he have great arms, he has crazy forearms. So right there, that's all in green, amazing arms. And those forearms are absolutely insane. Right in here, you see how thick his forearms are. To be honest, I would say if he isn't careful, they could end up becoming too big. Can you have too big of forearms? Absolutely. Because what they'll do is they'll create a disproportionate look between your bicep, tricep, and the rest of your arm. Because if your forearms are really big, they could actually make your biceps starting to look small. So again, having great forearms is awesome, but when they're too big, it can take away from your physique. Now, looking at his bottom half, right here, where Wesley had issues, RAMON, awesome calves. The bicep to calf ratio is on point. I mentioned this before. It's really important that you do not lose the symmetry between your upper body and your lower body. So I love the fact that he has great symmetry from his arms to his calves, because that really helps balance out the top and lower portion of his physique. Now let's go ahead and move on to his quads. Great quad sweep. Right here, this is all in green. That quad sweep looks absolutely amazing. Really nice and wide, very thick quads, but nicely separated. And again, this wasn't his best look. So would I like to see a little more detail in that area? Yes. So what I'm going to do is on that one, I'm moving a little bit more into the red. Again, here and here, we're going to run that in red over that green, just a little more detail. And as he dries out, he's going to be even more separated, but his quality of his muscle is outstanding. Great quad width, great quad sweep, just a little more detail. But when you get that conditioning and get to his water and that dryness just right, that's going to really look amazing. Now we move on to his midsection. Midsection is green because he's got the X frame. That waist is still small, really looks tight. I love the fact that I could see the outline of his abs right there. These are really nice outlines. And what that does is it really gives you that textured look. I really like that defined textured look. So you don't just have a flat stomach, but you can actually see some of that abdominal muscles popping. Really like that. Now moving on to the lats. The lats could just come a little bit more. He's got great shape, but I'm going to move that a little more to the red and just say just a little bit more there. And we're going to change that color just so, because it could use just a little bit more improvement, because it's going to make that X frame even better. We're looking for that gigantic X that we're always looking for in that X frame physique. So again, what are we talking about here? That X here to there. So what we want to do is make sure that that continues. So if we can get it even more extreme with a wider lat to waist ratio, and then he's got these amazing quads, just get him dialed in just a little bit tighter, he's going to look even better. Again, this wasn't his all-time best look. Volume was a little bit down, and conditioning could have been just a bit tighter, but overall, an amazing physique. Let's now move on to the second pose. That was the front double bicep pose. Now we're going to go into the side chest. But before we go into the side chest, got to make sure I take a sip of the EVP Extreme RTD, the all new EVP Extreme RTD with 10 grams of glycerol, 200 milligrams of caffeine, 1.5 mg of yo, 6 grams of citrulline, 3.2 grams of beta alanine, lion's mane, DMAE. How do I know about all these ingredients? Because I designed it. So you get the best of all three worlds. If you've taken EVP AQ, Extreme, or 3D, you know all those ingredients, and they've been all put into this new RTD. So check it out, evogennutrition.com or your local gym. Now we're going to move on to the next pose, which is going to be side chest. So right here, side chest, what I really like is his width. That width that we're looking for here. He's twisting just the right amount. His quad to hamstring width looks really good. That's what we want to look at. Calves, again, even from the side, just because you have calves from one angle doesn't mean they're complete. Always look at working all the different areas of the calf. Now, on the hamstrings, I would say if we can turn around and we're going to use the hamstrings here, they could drop just a little bit more. So again, seated leg curls, lying leg curls, as well as a straight-legged deadlift would continue to help just to give them even more depth from the outer quad area here, to the hamstring area. So we really want to make sure that you look really wide from the side. And doing those exercises are going to make a huge difference. Now, as we move on to the upper body, again, great arms, very nice chest. Overall conditioning, as I mentioned, if he's dialed in and he's super dry, he's going to look even more striated through the chest. And you're going to just actually look bigger, even though you might be a couple pounds lighter. So what I would definitely suggest is just make sure to get that water manipulation right the last couple of days. And when it comes to the side chest, I would like to see just a little more depth in the tricep, that outer tricep, and doing some reverse grip push downs would really help that. I think that if he concentrates a little bit more on that outer, he'll show even more width when it comes to his overall arms, because he's got these great biceps. But if we can turn around and just get a little bit more here, I think that's going to be even more impressive, because we want it to arch just a little bit more to show even more width. All right, after the side chest, now we're going to go into the back double bicep, the last and final breakdown. All right, on the back double bicep, the first thing that I see is a great upper back. He's got just the entire back looks really nice all the way through. So I look at his shoulder separation here and here. Love seeing that. Biceps peaked really nice. He's doing a great job with his posing. He's showing that width from here all the way to the other lat. Now, could he be a little bit bigger and a little thicker? Yes, but I do think that that is something that is a prep issue. It is not necessarily a, hey, let me get in the gym and try to make it better, that he needs to be better. It's more of that prep. But you can always use a little bit wider back and always use a little thicker back. But when it comes to this, you're going to see so much more detail as you get more conditioned. But I really, really like what I see. Also, he's got great traps all through here. It looks awesome. Now, could he have a little bit more in the back, as we talked about from the front? Yes, just a little bit more would give him an extra amount of V-taper. His lower back looks really good through here. That looks excellent. The glutes here are going to get tighter as his conditioning continues to get better and they get that peak perfected. Also, hamstrings here as well. When you're looking at the hamstrings, you want to just be able to see a little bit more of that fine detail. So as I work back here, you can be able to see that the fine details are not quite there, but that just has to be a little bit of the conditioning issue. Now, as he dries out, you're going to see more of that, and that's going to make a huge difference in the overall pop and that separation that we're constantly looking for. Same thing actually goes for the calves as well. As from the front, you can see them nice and full. They're popping. They look really, really good. But again, they could use just a little more detail here, just as he gets a little bit drier and a little bit more conditioned. But overall, he's got a great physique, especially from the back, and he's improved it quite a bit. Just be able to nail it when he comes into his next show. All right, guys. Again, 1 through 10. No, I'm going to have to do it by Sandow's. 10 being the ultimate physique. I give Ramon DINO an 8.3 Sandow score. I know he's doing his off season right now. He's taking some time off. He's not doing the Arnold Classic. Don't know what show he's doing before the Olympia or if he's just going to go straight to the Olympia. But I know this was definitely a little bit of a down show for him. But I know he's going to have all the motivation in the world to go next level come 2025 Olympia. So again, let me know what you think of Ramon DINO's physique and what you thought of my breakdown. But also let me know who you'd like to see next on Rate Your Physique, the bodybuilding breakdown. Hany Rambod, and I'm out. Peace.